Welcome to Denmark. My name is Simon and I work as an audiologist for Widex. Today I'm outside Lynge, our headquarters, and I get the opportunity to talk to 4 of our experts working on Moment Sheer, our newest product in the Widex range. So come on, join me in. Let's start the day by meeting our first expert, Laura. Laura, I'm happy to meet you.
Good to see you,
Let's talk sound, right?
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Shall we enter? What an impressive room.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah. And we've got the sound coming from all directions.
It breathes audiology, I think.
Yeah.
Talking about sound, can you explain what the specific sound in Widex Moment Sheer hearing aids is?
I think before we start about talking about Sheer, we really need to maybe take a step back and talk about what's special about Widex sound, right? And I think on the most general level at all, it's a question of us thinking about sound quality in everything that we do. Prioritizing this natural sound that's pure and perfect for the individual ear. And then there's some very central parts of the hearing aid where we really design for optimal sound. And the filter bank is one of them. I think you'd probably agree that it's...
You can really analyze the sound there,
exactly.
Right? So,
so the idea is you need the analog signal to become digital.
Sure.
And that's where the filter bank plays a big role.
Yeah.
And Widex does that in a specific way. We do what we call a time domain filter bank. We do this time domain, which does a lot of good things to the sound quality. It also mimics the way the human ear works, because we're looking at narrow bands in the low frequencies where the ear's sensitivity to frequencies is the highest, and then we're looking at broader bands in the higher frequencies. Whereas other ways of doing filter banks might use the same width of filters all the way up.
But it's not only about the frequency in a hearing aid, right? So it's also about timing.
Yeah, because one of the things about this digital signal processing is that we have a time-frequency trade-off, we call it. And that means that if you do all these narrow filters all the way along, then you get long processing times. If you do it the Widex way, then you get short processing times for the broader filters and a little bit longer for the narrower filters, which brings our overall time down. And that matters a lot because processing time is a big deal in hearing aids.
Can you tell us a little bit more? We've introduced PureSound in Moment hearing aids for the first time, and we of course use it in Moment Sheer still, but can you give us a little bit of an overview, what we know more of that system in terms of research?
Yeah,
and
we're
how...
learning a lot about how PureSound works and how delay matters to people. So first of all, it's a sound quality thing. If you don't have this artifact from delay, that matters, you get a better sound quality, and we can see that people prefer that.
So thank you for your time and talking sound with you. Thanks, Laura.
You're welcome.
Jens is the expert on machine learning in our company. So let's find him. He's somewhere around here. Yeah, so Jens, you're head of AI here in Lynge. And what I found super interesting is like how you could accelerate the topic artificial intelligence in a hearing aid or together with a hearing aid. So maybe can you run us through the purpose of artificial intelligence, why we have it?
Yeah, so MySound is our attempt to optimize the hearing aids directly to the preferences of the end user. Normally that's what ACPs are doing in the clinics, but the ACP cannot be around always. So by having this MySound feature in their pockets, end users can actually sort of adjust quite closely their sound to the environment they're in.
Can you tell us a little bit, because it works really easy on your phone, right? How the machine learning system MySound works on your phone?
One example of where end users could use MySound was being in a restaurant, right? Because in a restaurant you might want to listen really carefully to the person sitting next to you, or you want to just, opt out and just experience the environment around you. And while it can be really hard to actually understand how you should manipulate the hearing aids to do that, end users doesn't need to do that. They just need to take up their smartphone and compare 2 different settings at the time and just let MySound do the rest of the work, right? So MySound will actually use these A/B comparisons to learn their preferences for that restaurant situation and optimize the settings accordingly. And that learning will also be something that the anonymous data will actually reflect. And we can learn from that, and we can build that into our different systems, not only for MySound, but sort of also in fitting softwares, in other features that is part of the entire solution. having that loop being closed where we gather data, we learn from data, and we use that to make new inventions and new optimizations of existing components is something I think we will see a lot of going forward.
And to me, it also allows the HCP to connect more with the end user at the end of the day, and I think that's a great bit and invention of technology. So thank you for that. And we've now learned how important sound is for us in terms of how we perceive our environment. What I will do next is I talk to Jakob, and he's got an interesting topic about how sound can relax you, and that's what I'll do in a minute.
Exactly.
Yeah. So thank you for that, Jens.
Thank you.
Periodic relief from demanding tasks in our everyday lives is very important. At Widex, we feel the same. So that's why we introduced a new way to actually relax a little bit more and to give you an option to concentrate. And one of the developers that is responsible for SoundRelax in our hearing aids is Jakob. He's right there, and let's talk sound, Jakob, right?
Hi,
Good
Simon.
to see you.
Yeah.
So Jakob, you're the expert on SoundRelax, but to talk about SoundRelax, I think we need to go a little bit back to 2008 when we first introduced the Zen programs. And for that, we've introduced fractal tones. But first of all, can you maybe tell us what fractal tones actually are and how they work?
It's a way of producing an endless row of or sequence of random generated sounds. And that way we can create sounds that are never repeating, though it's still in the same sort of tonal world. Right?
So it's actually like a mathematically way how you can program music, sort of.
Yeah.
Can you say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. And we use it obviously in Zen to give a tinnitus therapy. But with the SoundRelax situation, we go a little bit beyond than that, right? It's all about relaxation and well-being and concentration. And there's a little bit more to that than the fractal tones that are still the baseline to that. But can you introduce us to what's new in SoundRelax compared to the Zen tones?
Yeah, we have different things that are new, and one of them is that we can now make wave-like sounds, nature sounds. When you think of waves coming in on the beach, some are big and some are small, and there's always a difference. It's this variation. We use the fractal generator to create the variations. We also have some new capabilities of changing this sort of the sound of the tone, so we can make it more, you could say, some would say more relaxing or more smooth or nice to listen to.
Yeah. Cool, and we can hear it now as well, how important nature is to well-being. We're inside the courtyard now in Lynge, and the wind is going through the leaves, and you can feel that. So that is sort of that vibe about relaxation and seeking a spot to relax. So thank you, Jakob, for your time. It was good seeing you.
Yeah,
keep it up. So let's have a look at the products with Per. I cannot wait to see them. Hi, Per.
Hi Simon, good to see you.
Very good, and you've brought something with you. And I think from a first look, like the team has really nailed it. It's very elegant, the design is so Widex, yet a little bit different, and it starts from the packaging right there. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about it.
It starts with the packaging, and the packaging has been redesigned. We've given it a new look and feel. We've added a tactile print on the top that tells about our claim to fame, sound like no other. And the unboxing experience is really, really cool and gives it very premium quality perception when you get the pack.
But what's more important is actually what's inside the packaging, and that's our SRIC RDs. Can I pick one up?
Of course. We've also looked into the past and reintroduced the raised microphone grid that was a part of our design DNA going way back to the Widex Passion form factor. The tactility of the button, we use a lot of time in making sure that the feedback function of that is also very, very correct, so that people with dexterity also get feedback when they do actually press the button to change the program. So purposeful design, being part of our design philosophy, very much aligned to our audiological and engineering philosophy, ensures that our consumers get this great experience from the Widex products as well.
Something that's very dear to me is, I have to say, the TV play, and I can see it sitting here, and that has changed too, and it fits perfectly to the rest of the products. First of all, That's fabric, right?
It's fabric. We've partnered up with Kvadrat, a renowned Danish company that has a very, very strong sustainability strategy. Has been designed so that you can put it sleekly behind your TV. It fits very nicely behind your TV.
You want to know what my favorite feature about the TV Play is? It's actually the dual antenna, because it allows you to broadcast into the room and stream audio, whether it's coming from a stereo or from your TV. And you can connect as many Moment Sheer hearing aids as you like, as long as they connect to Bluetooth. And if they set up with that, I can stream into the entire room, and it doesn't matter how many people are sitting in front of that. So I think that's very cool.
And this is again where design meets technology.
I can see something very new here, and that's super new to the Widex ecosystem, and it is the Widex Sound Assist, right?
Designed for the purpose of giving the end user that little bit extra. For example, if you're sitting in a situation where you want to listen to the person you're talking to, you can use it as an external mic, so that you can place it on you. There is a clip on it as well.
And it changes the LEDs. So that means it has a directional microphone when I put it like this or like that.
Exactly.
And I can put it on the table too, I guess.
Yeah. You can also use it as a remote for your hearing aids and turn up and down the volume.
Cool. I know that it has 3 microphones. So basically it works with a beamformer, and it sets up to Omni, so you can always pick up the speech in the best possible way when you're in a restaurant or, for example, in a meeting. I think I can set it up to my phone and also use it as a streamer, right? So it works both ways. It picks up my voice, but it also lets me stream and lets me accept hands-free phone calls.
It does. Hands-free phone calls, you can either have a clip to your shirt or your jacket, or you can also have a cord around your neck, so that it picks up, and as you can see again, the microphone picks up my voice exactly where it is.
Yeah, super. Last but not least, it has a telecord as well, so I think that really rounds up the entire package. So thank you, Per, for showing me through the products. It was my pleasure to see them for the first time, and I cannot wait to actually see more of them behind other people's ears. So thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Well, that was interesting to learn from all the experts, and especially to learn from them about our newest product, the Widex Moment Sheer, and its content. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.